Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, February 12th, 2024 at 5:59 p.m., almost 6 o'clock. So I had an upsetting and rough morning this morning. So I had what I thought was enough for 3 more nights. But, um, so, well, oh man, it's a long, I don't even know where to start. So, for some reason, last night I did not get to sleep well at all. I didn't get to sleep good at all. But I got a little bit of sleep last night, and I woke up at sometime after 9 o'clock this morning. And then I had no breakfast this morning. And then I went to, like, right when I went to use the bathroom, I was in the middle of using the bathroom. Remember I told y'all Friday that when I was in the middle of taking a shower and right when I turned off the water, um right when I turned off the water on Friday, somebody came knocking on the door and asked to renew my days or whatever. And that was when I thought that I was gonna have to be back on the streets. And then somebody swooped in and gave me a last minute help. So, um, so yeah, today, like right when I went to try to, I was in the middle of using the bathroom, and then the housekeeper, she was Hispanic and didn't know any English, and she got really rude with me, and made it like as if she was gonna refuse to service my room as a form of punishment for not answering the door on time. And I tried to explain to her that I was in the middle of using the bathroom, but it's like, how do they know? Like, this happens like a lot of the times when you know like, is it a coincidence that exactly while you're in the middle of using the bathroom or exactly when you turn the water off? This got to be all part of the gang stalking. So that made me upset. Then I went downstairs to try to renew more nights um, at the rate that I was given Friday. That's why I said 3 more nights. And what happened was it was a different person downstairs, and they had this couple that came in, and they came in right before I did to the front office, and they you know they were like, their room got canceled and they were turned away, um and the girl told them that there were no more rooms, because remember, tomorrow's Mardi Gras. So she turned them away and said that there were no more rooms. And I'm like, oh man, I might end up back on the streets today. And you know because, well, good thing I was able to stay in my room and renew a couple of nights, but it was supposed to be 3 nights instead of two. And right when I came up to the front counter, she had like she had longer, well, my nails are trimmed, but she had longer nails, and this part was her normal color, but the tips of her nails were painted black. And she the moment that I came and stepped up to the front desk, she was rude with an attitude towards me. And she didn't even have an angry expression on her face, but she, how some people, she was rude and had an attitude and very nasty and disrespectful. And she kept on like beating and banging and tapping her nails on the counter deliberately the whole time. She did that on purpose, you know. I think she was trying to get me to get frustrated and not renew the room here, you know. And then she overcharged me in a way that I ended up with um only enough for 2 nights instead of 3. And I was like, well, how come for if y'all don't change the rates, how come the other how come the other lady was able to charge me, 3 nights for like $190 something, and you charging me 2 nights for 185, you know, and she got flipped and smart ass with me or whatever, and played all kinds of games and everything. And then they had a white female behind me, um, and it's like she tried to act like a know-it-all narcissist and then meddle in our conversation, and then butt in and meddle in and try to and then at the same time act impatient and getting the attitude and rushing me or whatever. And then when I got back upstairs, to trying to get in the elevator, she's like pretended to be fake polite and like, oh, can I join you? And it was we're two bigger females, and she was twice my size, and in that tiny little elevator. And so she was like, oh, well, can I join you, and can we ride together or whatever? And and I was like after you just got impatient with me and rushing me or whatever, now you want to be friendly. And so then she wanted to she tried to say that she'd been staying here, for over a year or something like that, long time. So it's like, yeah. So I was trying as best as I could to stay in here as long as possible and trying to keep the job for as long as possible as well. And then so I was like in a bad mood like for the rest of the little morning, because this happened later in the morning. And yeah, I did not foresee that to happen. And so for the fact that they changed it to where I'm not scheduled to work today, in which that shortens my hours and shortens my pay. And I don't know if I would get paid this Thursday or the next pay period. Probably this Thursday. But, so now instead of me being expected to be back on the streets on Thursday, it looks like I will have to pack up and be back on the streets on Wednesday with, as I said, nowhere to go. And then, so I will have to be back on the streets on Wednesday and then go to work, still not able to wash my clothes because you took all my damn money. I mean, the front desk person downstairs, she took all my money, overcharging me when that was supposed to be 3 nights for that price, not 2. So now my pay is shorter. I mean, my pay from the job is gonna be less than originally intended. And then the pay from the job is gonna be less than originally intended. And then, I just started there and having issues already, being gang stalked, workplace mobbed already. So I mean, and as far as the job, if y'all need us so bad, if you need me so bad, stop acting like you don't need me. Cause how you begging me to stay, or you need? I mean, like, cause I forgot to mention that when Miss Phyllis fake apologized and wanted me to forgive her, and she fake apologized, and after the other manager didn't believe her lies, trying to lie and gaslight, um you know then you know Miss Phyllis, then she broke down and fake apologized and begged me to stay, and said that she wasn't trying to pick on me, and said that she, you know, um, and she, she was trying to make it like they need me really bad and all that. So also yesterday, when I was getting my lunch, um, there was a lady that was trying to tell Miss Phyllis about the football game or whatever. I guess the Super Bowl. Excuse me. And Miss Phyllis had said, that she wasn't really interested in anything about the sports or anything, football or basketball. And she's like, oh, well, I got picked on so much about that when I was younger. And I'm like, well, does that explain why she's a workplace bully now? How the hell she even got to the position of manager? If she's that childish when being confronted about all the flip and disrespectful things, the flip mouth and disrespectful things that she tells people, you know. So, um, something else I was gonna say, but yeah, I mean, and it's like, I mean, as I said, like, this is New Orleans. It's like New Orleans people, New Orleans metro area people have not been known to be fake. Like, even back in the 90s, we were always known to be like the realest. I'm disappointed how they have like people that's fake sellouts now. You know, and um, so this is gonna be like a tougher struggle for me. So from the looks of it, I mean, and then like the hotel agent this morning, she was trying to manipulate for me to lose my temper and flip out. And she was trying to get me to give up and say, fuck it, I'm packing all my shit, I won't stay here no more. That's what she was trying to get. And that was a black female from New Orleans. But the manager is from Mississippi, you know. But I think this female from today, when I went last Tuesday, when I got hired for the job, or I got hired right on the spot. And when I got hired for the job, I went to try to see about doing laundry, much needed laundry. Now I'm gonna tell TMI, I had just got done menstruating and being on the streets and dirty for days. And as I said, from Friday through Monday or Tuesday, you know, me spending days for my body to recover. Right when I got hired for the job and right when I intended on trying to do laundry, that was that same female that I went to question her about why they didn't lock the laundry room right when I needed to do laundry. And if, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, they will mess up the whole place of business just for the target. Preventing me from getting clean clothes and you know whatever. So you lock the whole laundry room for a whole week and then lie and say um that all the machines are broken. Like all of them? That all of the machines are broken and that we have to wait until the next week in order for maintenance to come out. What a coincidence, I you know right when I about to do laundry, right when I just got hired to work for a job. But and this was unforeseen or unexpected. How the hell was I supposed to know? Oh, you should have got laundry done. You had all that other time, to get laundry done. I mean, as I said, I was catching up on the sleep deprivation from being on the streets for like 5 days in a row. And then that Friday morning, February, was it I don't remember was it the second? Um, yeah, my body was feeling the effects of, my body was feeling the effects of the sleep deprivation, and I was like so um, clumsy and felt afraid that I was gonna fall and felt unsafe. And so, as I explained before, that I probably would have taken three or four buses. Probably would have taken 4 buses in 3 hours to get over to this hotel. But because of me being so severely sleep deprived, I didn't feel safe walking out and about. And then they had all those parades and everything. So, you know, but tomorrow is Mardi Gras Day. Thankfully, I have a night off the streets tonight and tomorrow night. But then Wednesday, um, it's supposed to be expected a busy day at the job, and excuse me, a busy day at the job, and so yeah, as so if the rates are gonna be this much, then yeah, Thursday, if I do get paid, um, that will be enough just for 2 hotel nights, and not even enough left over, like for food, or nothing left over for the week, or nothing like that. You know, so the manager didn't even act, that much perpy or really anything like that. But this girl right here, you know, rude and had an attitude and overcharged me, and and then, you know, I try to question her about I try to question her about why, when the other person, well, I guess the manager, charged me, it was cheaper than what you're charging me. What are you doing? So, you know, she really wanted me, was trying to get me to bump me to be back on the streets, instead of, for me to be, having more hotel. Now she was trying to bump me back on the streets, to be back on the streets sooner, and which would result in me having nowhere to stay. And then it would, if I would have to go somewhere only where I knew to go, like on the other side of the river, and then it would make it harder for me to get back on this side, or be more time consuming. and then me having no privacy, being sleep deprived, and not being able to rest. And the rest is very important for my job, excuse me, for my job, to have like a place to sleep and a place to live and to rest and everything. But they don't care about that. That's why I said, with the gang stalking, they force everything to be more expensive and charging you more than everybody else, or overcharging you. And then when you confront them about it, they try to falsely make it like they might charge you double of something, and then they'll try to get mad and falsely accuse you of demanding special treatment. When you confront them about cheating and overcharging and double charging you and stuff. You know. So, damn. Well, what originally was supposed to happen was me working today and then being off Tuesday and Wednesday. And then that could have been another day's worth of more money for me. And then when I got paid on probably this Thursday, that could have been enough for 3 or more nights for me. But then I would have keep on having to ask for help for like $400 for a week, or $400 or $500 for a week in the hotel, and also enough funds for like food to eat and toiletries and stuff like that, because we have to have our own toiletries and everything. And so I can stay clean and have my clothes clean for work. And if I could have a shower and get my clothes washed. Can't even get my clothes washed. And you know and so when I found a nearby place that was able to get me a couple of sandwiches, and like a couple of sandwiches and a couple of I was craving fruit juice, sweet fruit juice, for some reason for the past few days. And I finally was able to get me some fruit juice. I didn't have any breakfast, and I had a sandwich and like a piece of like this little sweet potato bread or something. And then for dinner, it looks like I guess I'll have the other sandwich, and then maybe get some chips out of the snack machine for dinner, or maybe just have the sandwich by itself. And then you know tomorrow I just have the banana chips and chocolate covered almonds. That's all I have. That's all I would have. And I don't know if tomorrow, if that same store is going to be closed. But I don't know if they're going to be closed because it's Mardi Gras. You know. But I don't know what would be closed or open for Mardi Gras. Or if they might open but close early. I don't know. So, yeah. And I heard that they said that at the job, they said that they did not have a silverware roller for today or tomorrow. But I wouldn't have minded to come in. But I was told not to come in and just come Wednesday when they really need people. You know. So, you know, and they had perps fraudulently and illegally driving around filming the shit out of me. And they had a lot of perps, like one headlight, one tail light, and all that, And so so it looks like I'm gonna end up being prematurely put back on the streets on Wednesday morning instead of Thursday morning. Well, Thursday morning I could have renewed like possibly 3 or 4 more nights. But that's freaking messed up. So I would end up having to lose this room. And I don't even know if I were to get another room here, if the room will be better or worse. In another room, excuse me. So, for some reason, right after I ate the lunch, the sandwich and had the juice and a sweet potato cake or whatever, and that was like $1.89, the sweet potato cake. I went and it was 2 o'clock, and I fought hard to stay awake, but I dozed off and fell asleep, and ended up taking like a 2-hour nap, and when I went to go to the store and get me something to eat earlier, it was someone making the sandwiches, and at first she was trying to ask me what I wanted, but I wanted to take my time and try to figure out what I wanted. And I'm like, hold on, just you can serve that other person. I'm still trying to think about what I would like to get. So eventually, I told her what I wanted. Well, I told another female what I wanted, and then they took my order, and then I waited for a while, and then the female that was serving the food, or making the food and serving the food, she said hot sausage sandwich, or whatever she said, and I thought it was mine because that's what I ordered. And so she said with an attitude, "Not you." And it's like, I'm wondering if you calling me greedy because you're about the same size as me. I mean, with the narcissistic abuse and gang stalking, they have people twice my size, 2 and 3 times my size, trying to call me fat and greedy hypocritically, like my own twin sister. And the biological sister Ramona. But back in 2012, my twin sister had called me up crying because drunk lady Yvonne offered her some food, and my twin sister said yeah, and drunk lady Yvonne said, "Well, that's why you're getting so fat, because you eat so damn much." And that hurt. My twin sister felt hurt about that. But my twin sister had been hypocritically calling me fat and greedy for years, since foster care, since our teenage years. When ever since elementary school, I was on Prozac, and people calling me that trigger word greedy, or fat and greedy. And then when fake TI perps betray and turn against me, they copy off the regular perps who were trying to call me the trigger word greedy, and then they bully and harass me, and then lie and say that I'm not a TI when they're sitting there perping and abusing me. But I feel like when I'm at my lowest, I gotta watch out for these narcissistic, fake, predatory, narcissistic, fake TI perps that that pretend to help, and then they end up exploiting and hurting and destroying you really, really bad. You know, so I mean, today was a day I was trying to rest and recover from work. Where I was able to get me some sleep later on, but I mean, I wanted to have me some rest, and with it being my off day, I guess. I mean, I don't even know if one of the other managers who changed the schedule, if he's gonna get on my case for not coming in today. Well, I mean, I had mixed messages on whether or not I was off or supposed to work. I don't know, but I mean, I don't even know. I mean, I felt like already like committed to the job. Even though, as I said, even though it pays so low, it pays pretty low. You know, but excuse me. And I ended up getting 24 hours instead of the originally scheduled 30 hours. So, um, I don't even know if I should like try to find a better job or a higher paying job, or it might take a while, I don't know. But the job with the jeggings incident, you know, I don't know if that job, I don't know how consistent that job would have been. They said that they had a whole bunch of events coming up, and as I said, when it comes to these a lot of excuse me, they making my nose itch. A lot of the a lot of the temp service jobs or hospitality jobs, they be the worst at gang stalking and workplace mobbing. Excuse me. And so, yeah, I feel like, well, I just started this job, and I feel like, I didn't want to so quickly try to go somewhere else, but as I said, I mean, and then I found out that the restaurant job is like a high turnover rate, but that's like every job that I've had. It's like the low wage part time jobs with high turnover rate, you know, and so like the big manager that hired me, um or when I did the onboarding, he seemed okay. He didn't, but I don't know if it was yesterday, if he's acted a little bit moody, maybe. I don't know, but maybe, but it did, even though it was the Super Bowl, I mean, I had more dishes to more silverware to roll than the previous days, but I didn't notice that the dining room was like crowded or long lines or anything like that. So like after what happened this morning, you know, late this morning, I was upset enough that I almost wanted to say fuck it and release and expose like everything about this hotel and the damn job. But then that would have been like a strike for me, and I would have ended up one more hotel to be wrongfully banned from, and one more job to be wrongfully fired and probably banned from. It's like I didn't know that. I thought when people get fired from jobs that they just get fired, but when it comes to me, you know, getting fired, wrongfully fired from the job and wrongfully banned for the rest of my life, for me to publicize and expose about them participating in a gang stalking. So say for example, if I worked at KFC, right? And if I exposed a coworker for driving with one headlight and publicized that, nobody would ever know except the online stalkers contacting that KFC location and calling up the manager and show them my videos. And then the manager would have me like wrongfully fired from KFC and me being like wrongfully banned from every KFC location in the world. That I can never set foot in any KFC location for the rest of my life. And there's no they won't even reverse that decision because I exposed you as a gang stalker publicly. And that can happen with any place of business. So and that's what it's like. It's like I can't even publicize or expose excuse me, the name of the company or where I'm at, and then for me to be wrongfully banned from the entire chain for the rest of my life. Like what happened with the Super 6 motel in Pensacola. They I still don't know all the sister sites. Super 6 motel. And I heard that it's connected with Super 8. I'm sorry, not Super 8. I'm sorry. It is not connected with Super 8. Super 8 is a different chain. I meant to say it is different from Super 8, but Super 6 is connected with Motel 6 from what I heard. So I don't even know if it's the case that can never go to any Motel 6 for the rest of my life. And the Super 6 motel was the motel that they try to force me to sleep on bloody blankets where it looked like as if somebody took a pan and poured blood, a perfect and I wish I would have done a YouTube video about that. But as I said, that was back in 2019. That whole entire channel got wrongfully, that PsychWorld channel got wrongfully shut down. So y'all wouldn't have been able to see that anyway. But imagine almost the whole bed having like a perfect huge circle that took up nearly the whole bed. It was like a perfect circle of blood on the bed. And then the one of the workers forced me to still sleep on that bed and refused to let me change rooms and wouldn't refund me and he wouldn't refund me or let me change rooms. And then I heard that that in certain other hotels and motels in Pensacola where I might have seen bloody bed sheets or blood on the shower curtains. Even here in New Orleans metro area. I showed y'all one of the videos with blood on the shower curtains, and then the online stalkers falsely they started raving and they started bitching and talking about me being ungrateful for the hotel room and stuff. Or for me to mention blood on a dollar bill of the when I was panhandling. So Like they would, like even when I was on UNO's campus, they had perps following me around. Well, students or not, following me around on the campus with one headlight. You know, and I couldn't publicize or expose that. You know, and that's the college where I graduated from. So, yeah, I'm still hurt and devastated that they did that to me again. You know, I'm not allowed to go there for another year. But if it weren't for the gang stalking and forced homelessness, you know, or if I would have found this opportunity before New Year's, then, you know, I mean, I wish I would have known about this opportunity. But then, with the hotel and job at this moment, it's not looking good at all. But I'm trying as best as I could to stick with it and not be so quick to be a quitter. You know, but I heard that that's what the gang stalkers want you to do. To try to run you off or make you quit. And so yeah, they make things they manipulate and trick for things to be extra more expensive for the target. You see how they switch my hours in a way where I would have like 6 less hours for the week. And then, reduce work hours for the week and then increase hotel room. That's exactly what they did to me with the Gulf Breeze job opportunity in motel when I was in Pensacola, Florida. But thankfully, I didn't have to ask for anything, but I was financially struggling and couldn't stack up or save anything. I mean, I started off working 6 days a week in like 11 or 12 hours. And then afterwards, um, 7 hours a day. And that was like $84 a day. And then net pay $72 a day. But I was getting paid daily. So yeah, they reduced my hours and then raised the prices on the motel. So instead of 300, they were trying to I mean, I think they were trying to manipulate me out of the hotel and manipulate me off the job. You know, in the online perps, they're expecting for me to be stupid and they think I lack intelligence. They think I'm a really big dummy. You know, so I mean, I'm about to get off here. It's 6:42 p.m. I'm documenting what's been going on. It's 6:42 p.m. and they're keeping me to be forced to have to keep asking for freaking help when I'm trying to be self-sufficient and independent, and this is what the things that they're doing to me. So I don't even know if it'll be 10 o'clock by the time this video is done uploading. 10 o'clock tonight. It'll be later on tonight. So but anyway, I guess I'll eat the other sandwich. And I don't even know if they would hurt I mean, because I know that the little cake and the fruit juice, that's a lot of sugar. So I might as well just eat the sandwich by itself and then call it a night and then have the cake or it's like a bread, like a breakfast bread or cake or something. I don't know. So I guess I'll save that for tomorrow, the next day. And maybe I don't know if I should just eat some banana chips or something. I don't know. But I'm going to go for now. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for any and all help. Love y'all. Bye.